What's up YouTube, it's your boy Tate here and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we got the top 10 cornerbacks in Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Before we get started in this video, almost 90% of you guys that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So if you're watching this video right now, you aren't subscribed, take 2 seconds and hit that subscribe button. I'll wait. Alright, you still hit that subscribe button? Alright, cool. I appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button for me. Also, if you enjoyed this video or this video helps you, make sure you hit that like button as well. But let's get right into the video. At number 10, we have Antonio Cromartie. Antonio Cromartie is a really good card to use, especially if you get his power up. You get him up to a nice little speed. He plays better than what his stats say. This depends on which generation you're playing. If you're playing on old gen on PS4 and Xbox One, this is going to be the type of card you want to get. On next gen, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, no one plays any defense. But on current gen, the man coverage is like the meta, and he is really good. And he's 6'2". He's going to get better animations because of his height. If you have max out sprinter, or you can put a theme team around him, he's gonna be pretty fast. I actually enjoyed this card. He's not on my team anymore, but he's a really good card to have. I don't think he's not that expensive too. He's like around 150,000. I don't know how much his power up goes for, but he's a really good card. With maxed out lockdown, he'll have a good coverage stat, so he's a pretty solid card, but he's at number 10. At number 9, we have Darrelle Revis. Darrelle Revis is a beast, man. I just feel like he just makes plays. He's been making plays like that since he used to be back in the old Maddens, like Madden 15, Madden 16. This card just makes plays. He just goes after the ball. I don't know. I kind of wish he was like I know he's a man-to-man. I wish he was kind of a zone archetype. Because it's a little cheap AP, but this card is really good. You could definitely, you know, if you have a theme team, everybody's going to put Darrelle Revis and turn him into the chief theme team. Definitely a card I love to use. He just makes plays at the ball. He just gets the ball. That's another thing. I wish he was a little bit taller. 5'11" is not anything crazy, but he's definitely a good card. Only at number 9, so it's a lot of good cards coming up. At number 8, we have Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Now, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie is a lower overall than these guys. DRC just gets the football. Like, he literally plays above his stats. He feel like he plays like a 95 overall. Obviously, again, he has a lot of teams you can go to for a theme team, so he's gonna be extremely fast. He makes plays. Again, another corner that's 6'2". He just makes extremely plays. Every time I throw at DRC, I feel like I get picked off. I just feel like he just makes like a glitchy play. You put acrobat on him. A lot of people are starting to put one step ahead with the new AP. Got a couple more AP points. So this card is really good. Again, on current gen, man is the meta. So you could definitely chase around with him pretty fast. Chase around with one step ahead and acrobats and go crazy with him. He's a really good card. I wish I had him again. Once I go to my full Eagles theme team, I'll probably put DRC on my team again. But it's definitely a good card. I definitely enjoyed this card as well. At number 7, we have the new Quentin Jammer card. This card is pretty good. This card is pretty good with 93 speed, 93 play reg, 94 man, 91 zone, 91 press, 6 foot, 93 speed. Like, this card is a really good card. I haven't seen him yet, but the stats of him is really good. Again, theme team, max out sprinter. This card is going to be extremely fast. Again, you know, current gen, the man meta, one step ahead, acrobats. Some people use deep route KO, which I do not like because it doesn't work. But a lot of things you can do with them on next gen. Again, it's not really much you can do. You want to just have the fastest person and hope you can get to a ball. But Quentin Jammer is a pretty good card. I like his stats a lot. How do y'all like these Campus Heroes cards? I think these Campus Heroes cards are definitely a dub. But this Quentin Jammer card, definitely at number 7. A nice solid card. 94 agility is really good. I actually like this card a lot. At number 6, we got Tre'Davious White. And you already knew I had to put an LSU guy on the list. Maybe biased, but this card is kind of cracked. This card could kind of be higher. This card is insane. 93 speed. He has 96 man coverage, 94 zone coverage, 95 press. This guy is going to get after the ball, man. This guy is going to be a lockdown corner for you. The only thing is, this guy is pretty expensive. I don't want to kind of put price bias into my tier, to my top 10 list, but sometimes I do. So I dropped it down a little bit. It's because his price is kind of high, man. Like some of these other cars you can get for pretty cheaper than this car. But this car is very solid. You could definitely get him to like at least like 95 speed. And this car is a beast. I mean, again, lock and max lockdown. He's basically like 99, 90 something zone. It's kind of insane how cracked this card is. I haven't seen this card much, but the times I've seen him, he made some pretty good plays at the ball. I think he picked me off, but this Tre'Davious White is kind of cracked. For his stats, like this card is kind of cracked, man. But I got him at number 6. At number 5, we have Night Train Lane. I had Night Train Lane and Tre'Davious White kind of like, I kept on flip-flopping them, but I wanted to put Night Train Lane because he's really good. He's good encouraging, but if you are on next gen, I feel like he adds an additional boost because hit sticks actually does something on next gen compared to current gen. You can actually force some fumbles, and you put Night Train Lane in the slot and let him go crazy, let him go truck some people, hit stick some people. He's going to cause some fumbles. So I value the way of him actually trying to force fumbles, and also with trying to get interceptions a little bit more to put him, above Tre'Davious White, because that hit power is something special. Like that 91 hit power, like you just can't say nothing about that 91 hit power. Like I had to put him in my top 5 just for that, especially for next gen. You can do a lot of things with this Night Train Lane car. He's slower than all the prior cards I'm going to talk about on this list. But again, hit power is so huge, especially on next gen, which you can't get any stops. You can force any type of turnover. He basically could win the game. At number 4, we have Charles Woodson. If you guys watched my live stream when Charles Woodson first came out, he didn't really make any plays for me, but I was playing on next gen, and on current gen, I see a lot of people using Charles Woodson, and Charles Woodson makes a ton of plays. He also made a play for me when I had him too, but it was only like picking up a fumble and taking it for 6. But this Charles Woodson car makes a ton of plays. If you guys are on the Raiders team, you already know this guy is a must-have for your team. He's a glitch. His stats are glitched out. Again, locked down, maxed out. His stats are going to be insane. Good jumping, good agility, good excel, good speed. This car is solid all the way around. There is no holes in this car whatsoever. This is why he's number 4. Put down in the comment section who you think the top 3 is gonna be. It may shock you, it may not, but the top 3 is my top 3 for a reason. At number 3, we have D'Angelo Hall. This is our first zone archetype corners, and if you guys know me at all, I love zone archetype corners from the very start of the game. They get some of the abilities that are kind of really tough for less AP, for 1 AP. But EA didn't give us a lot of zone corners all year. We got two like back-to-back. But D'Angelo Hall, it's insane. This car is insane. You can get him to like at least 96 speed. Zone, man, he got everything you want. His press ain't the best, but it doesn't matter. If you know about zone archetype corners and the ability that makes the zone archetypes cracked out, if you know, you know. Zone corners, I value the zone archetype corner as much as any archetype for the corner's position. So if you have a zone archetype corner, you're in the top 5 most likely. But D'Angelo Hall has really good stats too that helps him out as well. So this D'Angelo Hall had to be in the top 3 because he's a zone corner and his stats are just cracked out. And at number 2, we had Troy Vincent. Maybe a little biased because he's an Eagle, but this card is absolutely insane. I played a ton of games with this card, and I'll tell you, even on next gen, this car makes plays. Again, if you know the ability for zone corners, if you know, you know. This car breaks on everything. He makes plays, man. He's going to go get that football. 6'1" corner, 94 speed, 95 excel, 95 zone, 92 man, 92 press. He got the press that D'Angelo Hall does not have. This car is insane. I play a lot of games. This car makes a ton of plays. I love this car, man. This is one of my favorite cars in MUT right now. And I'm having a blast. But we all know, just everybody, when you clicked on this video, you most likely knew who was number one. And that number one, the man, the myth, the legend, one of the best players of all time, Deion Sanders. This card is absolutely insane. This card is a beast. He's gonna have 99 speed. You put him on the Randy Mosses, it's over. It's absolutely over. This card comes at everything. The ability that works in zone archetypes, if you put it on man to man, it's an extra couple AP, whatever. Deion Sanders plays out of his mind. I love this card. He always makes plays. Just don't throw at this car. This car is worth it. If you have to do the 50 solo challenges to get this card, get Deion Sanders. This card is a beast. This card is a must-have. Even though I don't have him right now, I've been playing Madden a lot, but I'm gonna definitely go get him in the free 50 solos and get him on my team, because this card is amazing. So this is my top 10 cornerback list. Let me know if this list is valid. Disclaimer, I did miss a couple players on this. 2 players in particular that probably would have snuck in on this list, but they wouldn't have been as high. Woodson and Shaquem Griffin. 2 guys I should have added on this list. They probably been at the 7 to 10 range, so they wouldn't have been that high anyway. Woodson is really expensive, and he's a solid card, but he's not that special for how much he's expensive for. And Shaquem Griffin's a really good card. Should have been on this list. Just 2 disclaimers. I just want to make sure that's clear. I know some of y'all gonna be like, "Oh, where's Woodson? Where's Shaquem Griffin?" I missed on them 2 players. They should have been on this list, but have been low tier on this list. But it's your boy Tay. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. But I'm out.